The next behavior we're going to look at is the collide behavior. But to demonstrate that, we're actually going to have to create a few actors and apply a few different behaviors before we even get into collide. So just watch what I do when I set this up. It's nothing that we haven't learned already in previous videos. So I'm going to create a new actor, and I'll just call this ship1. And then I'll hit the plus icon to create another actor, and I'm going to call this bad guy 1. So let's say I have a spaceship and a bad guy, and I drag my spaceship down into my scene. Again, we will learn how to add pretty artwork to each one of these actors in a little bit, so don't worry that we have some very boring actors. Let's go ahead and drag bad guy down into the scene as well. Let's change bad guy a little bit so he looks a little bit different. So I'll click on bad guy here in my actor tab, and then go down to the attributes and click on actor, and then just change the color red for bad guy, and then we'll go back to the ship actor, and I'll open up the backstage or the brains for that actor, and let's go to our behavior tab again. This time I'm going to grab that accelerate behavior and drag that into our ship actor. And again, we can see with this dial which direction that actor is going to be accelerating in. So I'm just going to leave this to the default direction, which we know is to the right side of the screen. Okay, so let's go back to our actor tab by clicking on this icon here, and let's click on bad guy. And with our backstage already open, you can see that bad guy doesn't have any brains inside his head. So let's go ahead and drag a behavior in there as well, which again will also be accelerate. But this time I'll grab the dial and rotate it so that our bad guy is going to accelerate in the direction of our spaceship. And let's just preview this scene for right now. So I'll click the play icon, and you can see that both the bad guy and the ship move towards each other. But what do? They kind of overlap and go through each other. And that's where the collide behavior comes into play. So let's go back to our actors, and I'm going to start with the ship. So I'll click on the ship actor. You can see that the backstage is already open, so we can see the accelerate behavior we already added. We'll just go back to the behaviors tab, and we're going to scroll down to the collide behavior. So click and drag and drop that collide behavior into our ship. So when we drag collide down inside, there's only really one attribute we need to change. What do we want our ship actor to collide with? And if we open up this tab here, you can see actor type, which is what we have by default. And then if we click on the next tab, we can have a list of all the named actors. Now again, in an earlier video, remember I said it was super duper important to name your actors and to get into the habit of doing that early? This is why. As we move forward and learn more advanced steps inside Gamesalad, very often you're going to be presented with lists like this. And if this just says actor 1, actor 2, actor 3, up to actor 100, and trust me, you can get up to hundreds of actors, you won't know which one's which. So go ahead and make sure you name them properly. In this case, it's really easy. I'm working on the ship actor, and I want my ship actor to collide with my bad guy. So I'll click on that. So let's preview this now and see what happens with our ship having an accelerate and a collide with bad guy behavior. Now they smash into each other. Pretty cool stuff. So let's go ahead and back up and simulate that one more time. So take a moment to create two different actors. Go ahead and apply the accelerate behavior to those two different actors. Make sure they're facing each other and the acceleration is pointing them or moving them in the right direction. And then you only need to apply collide to one of the actors. It doesn't matter whether it's the ship actor or the bad guy actor, but go ahead and apply the collide behavior. Go ahead and experiment and master that before moving on to the next tutorial.